Central Executive Visuospatial Sketchpad. Phono? Phonological loop. Oh gosh, Dr. Scullin already moved on. I definitely missed what he just said.
Have you ever been taking notes in class and realized you didn't catch the professor just said?
Oh yeah, that happens almost every single day. It's so hard to listen and take notes at the same time.
Well, we have a working memory system that allows us to hold and manipulate information in our minds. But the system is limited by the attention and capacity we have to handle ongoing tasks.
Alan Baddeley's working memory model consists of 4 components: the central executive, phonological loop, visuospatial sketchpad, and the episodic buffer.
The visuospatial sketchpad works with visual and spatial information, while the phonological loop works with auditory stimuli.
The episodic buffer brings in information from your long-term memories, and the central executive is like a traffic cop that directs attention and coordinates activity between all the different components.
When we have to manage several activities at once, sometimes our working memory can get overloaded.
And if an action is not automatic, we must devote attention and thought to performing it.
Reading notes from a PowerPoint slide is a visual process, and so we use the visuospatial sketchpad. We also use our phonological loop to repeat what was last said by the professor before writing it down. And then the central executive is directing attention between these two and all the other incoming stimuli.
Now imagine having a catchy song in your head as well. It is so much harder to take accurate notes and pay attention at all.
Hear it from this one, hear it from that one, that you got someone new. I still don't believe it.
Considering the components of Baddeley's working memory model can help us understand and support those who have trouble controlling attention to a present task. Let's take a look at some examples.
Michael Koffler in 2009 related the inattentive behavior seen in individuals with ADHD to dysfunction in the central executive. Children with ADHD illustrated deficits within the phonological loop, visuospatial sketchpad, but most prominently in the central executive.
A study by McGinnis in 2009 indicated that both individuals with Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia show impairments in executive functioning and working memory. Such a deficit may cause somebody with dementia to experience difficulty planning, sequencing, and executing complex activities.
In 2001, Ashcraft and Kirk suggested that a disruption in the central executive also affects those with math anxiety. After a series of tests, they saw that individuals with a lower working memory capacity experienced higher anxiety. The amount of mental resources available to do the math problems was shown to decline with the addition of anxiety and stress.
You may know somebody that has ADHD, dementia, or anxiety. By understanding how working memory functions and what components are specifically affected, we can learn to patiently respond and care for those experiencing challenges.
Even with training exercises, working memory can not actually improve over time. Randy Engel did a study in 2007 that showed that working memory can improve for near or similar tasks, but not far tasks or general intelligence.
For example, if somebody was able to memorize a list of, let's say, 10 numbers, they could practice by adding more numbers and eventually have a working memory capacity of 30 numbers, thereby improving their working memory. But in reality, no other working memory tasks would show improvement. They would just be really good at memorizing numbers.
We can, however, adjust situations to make individuals as efficient as possible. A teacher that has students with ADHD or math anxiety can give them more time on tests, as well as let them test alone to avoid the classroom distractions.
Keeping tasks simple and daily plans structured can help raise working memory efficiency in individuals with dementia.
Knowing how all the components work together is beneficial because we can learn how to work and study with maximum efficiency. It wouldn't make sense for us to listen to music while we study because our phonological loop is processing the lyrics of a song while our visuospatial sketchpad is processing what we see in the textbook.
With this information in mind, get out there and use your working memory to its fullest.